Welcome back to Ask a Foster Parent Anything. I want to talk about a statement that was made by Randolph, and I really appreciate his comments because I know that he does documentaries, and what an honor to have someone like that make a comment about my video blogs. I think that's so wonderful. I'm humbled by it, actually. Well, Randolph makes a comment about the monthly stipend. He was responding to the lack of increased monies that are being given to foster parents to do what they do. Those people who are policymakers and people who work in child welfare really do look at foster parents as volunteers. And in some ways that works, and in some ways it doesn't. Just as in your town, you have probably two types of firemen. You have professionally paid firemen who are really skilled at what they do and should be well compensated for the level of experience that they have. And then you have volunteer firemen who, out of the goodness of their heart, and for altruistic reasons or because they like fire, they want to make a contribution to help fight fire, so they volunteer. I think that's how foster parenting ought to be at this point in juncture. It's not the way it used to be. We're not talking about orphans coming into your house or to your home. We're talking about kids who are drug addicted when they're born, who have some physical and mental handicaps, who are delayed, who have seen a little too much life at such a young age, so they're tarnished in some way. We're talking about people who attend a tremendous amount of conferences and workshops who are able to really work with the population of the kids in which they specialize in. Some foster moms and foster parents actually work with kids with tremendous disabilities. And then there are those who work with foster children or youth who have been sexually abused, and they have some level of expertise in doing that. That compensation is important. And nobody likes to talk about money when it comes to foster parenting, but I will. Because what I will tell you is that when you're opening up your electric bill this month, or last month, or the price of gas, just taking one kid to a doctor's appointment, and you may have to travel miles, or depending on where you live, things are very different these days. Utilities are about $1,000 a month alone. That's not the way it used to be, but it is how it is now. Back in the old day, I think that you probably would make, or many people would make the wonderful comment, what's one more mouth to feed? You can't make that today, because one more mouth to feed means a whole lot. I hope this is in some way, this is my opinion, I'm just throwing it out there because I really think that our state legislators, while they're thinking about giving themselves raises, they should also be looking at the quality of care in their state. And I used to have this little comment that you get what you pay for. And they want to know why kids in foster care are not doing well. You know, I think no matter how wonderful, how big your heart is, to do this job and to do it well may require giving it 100% of your time. And you should be compensated for that. It's okay to love what you do. There are so many people who love what they do. I had a social worker tell me a couple of years ago how she loved her job because she loved what she did. And my comment to her, what really upset her, said, and well, you should. You know, you're driving a nice car, you've got, you know, you work 4 days a week, you get flex days from vacation and sick leave, and you're vested in the county's retirement system. You ought to love what you do, but you're not taking care of the kids who are coming into this system. Foster parents do that. Very seldom do social workers give any advice at all, and we're looking for it. Someone from the KC Foundation once asked me, what do foster parents want? Well, we want help. We want resources. We want advice. We want to really truly understand what we're working here with in our homes. It takes a certain amount of professionalism to take damaged and abused children and to fix them and to make them better and to heal them. Or even to work with their parents so that we're not just fixing kids, we're fixing entire families. And truth be told, I'll tell you some time ago, That really was how it was. Foster parents not only work with their kids, but they also work with the families of the kids because they have somewhat of an understanding. I enjoy when I go to court. I know you're saying, how can you work with families who have abused their kids? Well, here's the secret. Most of the kids in foster care are there for neglect. Not physical abuse, but for neglect. These are working moms who've done pretty much some stupid things, but they thought they were doing the right thing while trying to work their part-time jobs and leaving the kids home by themselves. That's child abuse. Salaries are going down. We took away so many of the programs that we used to have. Child care is expensive. I mean, do you go to work or do you pay for child care? Child care sometimes can cost more than the actual salary that you get. I mean, you're sort of stuck. So the whole system is something that really truly needs to be worked on. And I hope I didn't go too far off on the deep end. I have a tendency to do that. Thanks for watching.